Is it going? Hello? Let me know if you can see this. How do I go to the chat? Bear with me for a minute, I'm trying to bring the chat up. Why can't I see it? So hopefully you guys can see me. Let me know in the comments once I figure out how to get the comments to show up on my screen. Yeah, let's have a look. So I'm quite new to this OBS stuff, so I was sure it should have popped up in OBS, but it's not really doing it. So, well, gonna get a feedback loop. All right, nice. I can see the chat now. About to bring up the video on the computer. So I'm back from holidays and I've got a new phone to unbox. As you can see, it is the Vivo X80 Pro, co-engineered with Zeiss, and I'm probably one of the few YouTubers who have actually been to Zeiss headquarters, so I actually know quite a bit about the co-engineered part of this phone, probably more than a lot of other reviewers, but we'll get into that. I do have a format this time. Last time I did the live stream, I was just kind of winging it, whereas this time I've made some bullet points, so we actually have a bit of a structure to this live stream. Hopefully it won't go on forever. We will get to the winner announcement from the Realme C35 giveaway. So first of all, I just want to say I'm blown away by the amount of people that actually entered the competition. That was quite surprising to me. I counted 151 entries. I think there might be some more. Let me just have a look. There might have been some last minute ones. And there may be another giveaway, so make sure you stick around to the end because I'll announce that at the end of the live stream. I expect it to probably run under an hour. That's the plan. Okay, so look, see if there was any last minute entries. Okay. No, I think I got you all. So basically, for the competition, what I've done, everybody that entered the competition, I've replied to your entry and I've given you a number. So that is your entry number, and I will be selecting a random winner using Google services to generate a random number between 1 and 151. So your chances are 1 in 151, but it might be better than that because I'm guessing there's some people that entered who aren't here now on the live stream. So once I announce the winner, I'll give them a few minutes, let's say about 3 or 4 minutes, to come forward and reply or message me again on this live stream to say that I won, at which point I'll ask for your email and then I'll respond to that with the details and how I'm going to send it and all this kind of stuff. If they don't come forward, then I'll choose another winner and so on until we finally get a winner, because what I really want is someone to win who actually likes the channel and watches the channel, because last time when I did a giveaway for the Sony phone, the person who entered didn't come back for 2 weeks and expected me to still have the phone when I'd actually already given it to somebody else who actually does watch the channel. So please make sure you're engaged in the chat. Make sure you come forward if you win. If you don't, someone else is going to win. That is the rules for the competition. Okay. That is the explanation of the winner thing. Very important. And yeah, so this is a Vivo phone. And some of you guys out here in the UK might not be that familiar with Vivo. Originally, I believe they were part of the Oppo BBK. They actually branched off and now a solo brand on their own. And they're actually massive. I think globally they're in the top 5. In China, I think they're number 2 or something like that in the East. So it's a really big brand. And they have all of the same sort of high quality components as a Samsung device, for example. And actually, in some cases, even better ones, which I will show you when we unbox this. The Zeiss Partnership. So you guys might want to know a bit of the backstory behind the Zeiss Partnership. That's a really big deal. So Zeiss are specifically a camera lens company, and they don't just make lenses for cameras. They actually make lenses that make the chips that go inside the phone. So these massive things that are used in the foundries to create Snapdragon chips and stuff like that. A lot of those massive lenses are designed to create the chips inside the phone. They also make stuff for space as well. I remember when I was there at the Zeiss headquarters, they had this thing that looks like it should be orbiting the Earth, and it probably was or designed to. So they are very, very pro when it comes to lens technology. And they don't just put their name on it. They actually have a big involvement in the camera tech itself. So the way it works, from my understanding when I was there, is Vivo will make a bunch of lenses. Let's say a batch of 50 lenses. They'll ship them over to Germany, the Zeiss headquarters, where they will then set them up in like a shooting range is probably the best way to explain it. They'll test all of these lenses, make sure the coatings are up to scratch and all this kind of stuff. And once they're happy with a specific one, they'll say this one meets the Zeiss quality level that we would accept, and then that would be put in the phone. But I think it even goes further than that now, because this phone has the Vario Tessa branding, and that is specific to the type of lens. So I think Zeiss might have actually had a part in specific the glass lens on this phone. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's get to the unboxing of this. Okay, so I'm a bit congested. Ever since I came back from holiday, it's like the smog here in London is affecting me. Okay, let's see the chat. You guys got any questions, by the way? Well, I'll come back to the chat. Yeah, Nokia used to use them as well. The Vivo Fold looks amazing. It does. I do like foldables. Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, just regarding the competition, your chances are 1 to 36 at the moment. I'm going to wait until the 30-minute mark. I've actually set Alexa to remind me at 30 minutes in. That's when I'm going to announce the winner. So I'm just giving people enough time to get here in case there's a bit of a... Who knows what's going on, you know, they might be busy and then they join 10 minutes later, only to find out they didn't win. So I'm going to give them a bit of time. We're going to go halfway through the live stream. We're going to announce the winner. So the odds are really good right now. Good point. Okay. So how does this affect Sony's relationship with Zeiss? I believe it's the same. The thing with Sony is they actually have a lot of experience, expertise in lens manufacturing as well. I mean, they make the G Master lenses and all this kind of stuff. I don't know why they don't put G Master sort of branding on their phones instead of Zeiss, but maybe that partnership also helps, because it's like a third party saying, yes, this is good, basically. And Zeiss are a very good company to do that. And in fact, there's a funny story about Carl Zeiss himself back in the old days, which I talked about in the video that I made when I went to the Zeiss HQ. Check that out after this one. It's quite funny. He was quite savage. He'd literally go down the aisles where they were making the lenses and smash them to pieces with a hammer if they weren't good enough. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's stop rambling now. Let me get this out of the box, following the bullet point structure that I got here. Oh, guys, as well, yeah, if you've got any funny sort of intros that you'd like me to use for the review on this, let me know in the comments. I might use them. Cool. Oh, and by the way, the next giveaway, I think, might be a members only giveaway. And the membership is like $1 a month or something like that. I'm trying to sort of get the membership going. All right, anyway, let's see what this phone is all about. So as you notice, we got a big box, which means there's probably a power brick in here. In fact, there definitely is. And that is the phone straight out of the box. Now, the material they're using here is quite interesting. It's actually two different types of material. There is I believe a ceramic, and the other material is what they call a fluorite AG. And that's this part here. And it's kind of this matte touch finish. It's really nice. Let me see if I can show you close up here, different angle. It's kind of a textured finish, which doesn't really leave fingerprints. However, the ceramic part up here does, but that's a pretty bold camera module right there. Sorry about the white balance on this one, it's all over the place. This is the Sony ZV-1 you're looking at here. The ISO is going crazy. Let me switch back. Whoa, that's what I'm looking at on the laptop, so it's getting real confusing now. Okay, here we go. So one of the things I really like about phone companies is how they explain the color. I mean, it's kind of matte black. That's what you would call it, right? This is a matte black finish, but this is how Vivo have explained it. And this is fantastic. So this black here represents the broad and profound nature of the night sky, along with vitality, the vitality and everlasting power of the universe. That's what this color here is. And you've got all of that in the palm of your hand. But that's matte black to me. Okay, that design. So I know this is kind of a big deal. A lot of you guys will be thinking, what the hell's going on with that camera module there? That's massive. Well, the circular part is meant to represent like a professional grade camera, like a proper lens on a camera, but of course you've got 3 cameras in there. And then the flat part here actually houses the periscope zoom lens here. But the great thing about this is it actually allows it not to rock on a flat surface like a lot of other phones do. So when you have this on the table, if you want to type something, it's not going to wobble around. So that's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's good. I think maybe if they added a selfie camera, sorry, not selfie camera, selfie screen in the camera module, because it's big enough to do that, even just a little one, that would be really cool, because then you could take selfies with the primary lenses, and that really would be a game changer. I remember the Xiaomi 12 Pro, I think, 12 Pro, something like that, had that. That was pretty cool. But actually, it never really worked as a viewfinder properly. I could never get it to work anyway. But yeah, it's a very bold statement here on the back of the phone. In terms of the other hardware features we have here, let's get this thing booted up. Try and show you on this other camera. Hopefully you can see this. So at the base there, we have speaker grill, we've got the USB-C port, and we've got the SIM tray. That's a dual 5G SIM tray there. We've also got another speaker at the top, and it's here in the actual earpiece housing here. So it does have stereo speakers. As you can see, we've got the in-display selfie camera. That's a 32 megapixel camera in display. The power button, volume rocker on the right side. Left side is completely empty. We've got the curved Victus on the front, so the glass actually curves around the edges. I mean, when it comes to actually using the phone, it is more comfortable to have a curved edge. I mean, that's the upside to it. Although it does kind of distort the screen tiny bit at the sides, the comfort factor here, just to hold it in the hand, is really nice. Just by comparison, for example, let's say the iPhone is very squared off. When you hold that, it really does dig into your fingers quite a bit, and it's quite nice to have that curved edge. Let me read the chat a little bit here. Epic naming scheme. Yeah, I know. It's quality. I love the naming schemes. The more elaborate they are, the better, in my opinion. Let me switch camera. Oh, not that one. Okay, cool. Back to the top-down camera. Yeah, so some of the other stuff this phone has is at the top here. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this. Across the top here, it says professional photography. Then we've got the IR blaster. So within the phone, it does have an app so you can control your TVs and anything that uses an infrared remote control. That's really good to have, I think. It's a very useful addition there. What else have we got on here? We'll get onto the screen and the cameras in a bit more depth in a little bit. Some of the other stuff you need to know about this is, I'm looking at my bullet points now. Apologise, a little bit rusty. I haven't done anything for a week. I've been away. So my mind isn't properly back on the task at hand. Yeah, so camera modules is a pretty big deal. What I want to do is show you guys the actual specs and sort of talk you through how good this camera setup really is. It's something special. I'll give you guys a bit of a closer look at this. Let me know what your thoughts are on that camera module. So I'm just reading the comments now. Better than Samsung. Yeah, oh, how could I forget? I kind of stopped halfway through the unboxing, haven't I? Haven't even got to the extra stuff. So, this, I believe, came straight from Malaysia, because these little stickers here that are normally stuck to the device are not stuck to the device. They're actually still stuck to this bit of clear plastic. I think these would have been sort of protecting all of the edges of the phone. So I've got that. I'd love to see the fold though, I have to say. So in here, always nice to see a protective case. We've also got the SIM pin, as well as a little booklet here. Check out this protective case. That's really nice. The good thing about these ones is the way they fit. They kind of leave the edges exposed a little bit, but they don't make the phone bulkier when you're holding them. The corners are reinforced though, which is great. So if it drops, most of the time when you drop a phone, it drops on the corner. So that phone is protected in that sense. And the back of it looks really nice. It looks like a sort of fake leather, and it feels nice. It doesn't leave fingerprints, and it actually raises up around that camera module. So when it's on the surface, let's say a bit of concrete, hopefully it's going to give it a little bit of protection there from being scratched. Nothing worse than actually scratching the lens. That would ruin the camera system completely on the back, especially when you've got such good lenses as well, like these ones. Right, let's see what else is in here. So we have the charging cable. We do have a wired pair of Vivo earbuds, USB-C. very lightweight. And then we've got an extra couple of ear tips for those earbuds. And there we have soon to be extinct power brick in the box. Well, I don't know if it's soon to be extinct because I'm not fully convinced that it does save that much carbon emissions and all that kind of stuff. But this is special. So this is an 80-watt fast charger with the cable in the box. This, I'm told, can get this phone to 100% in around about 30 minutes, just over 30 minutes. And what makes this phone even more special is the fact that this phone, using Qi wireless charging, can charge at 50 watts charging speed, which is faster than what the Samsung and the iPhone can charge at with a cable. So that is a really, really big deal. I think people that don't know about this phone need to know about this phone, because you can probably pick it up for less than the Samsung equivalent and probably, almost definitely, less than the iPhone. Anyway, cool. So that's everything that comes with it in the box. I think, check. Yeah, that's everything that comes with it in the box. Very happy with that. A complete package when it comes to everything you need to use the phone. Because if you didn't have that in the box and you had to buy it, it'd probably be quite expensive. Okay, cool. Next on the to-do list is to ask you guys, have you got any questions? Charging cable should be matte black. That would be cool, I have to say, yeah. I've not seen, well actually no, Sony do black cable. You don't like the camera module, Wilson? No flying cars yet. So why bother with folding phones? I'll tell you what, folding phones, I've got the Samsung Z Fold 3 and it is amazing. It is. The downside at the moment is the battery life, the weight and the thickness. The outer screen on the Samsung is too small in my opinion. But once these things start to get better, we get thinner phones, less of a crease as well. The crease is quite significant, which is a bit annoying. Mo, charging. Oh yeah, yeah, about the charging cable. How's it going, Picasso? Oh, how does it feel in the hand compared to, let's say for example, this is what I've been rocking on my holiday. You can see the case got absolutely battered, but it's actually, I feel it's a bit lighter. It's lighter, it feels thinner. There's a lot of things about this that feel nicer than the Samsung, I have to say. After the last live stream, guys, just so you know, when I took the phone out of the box, I had to spend like 20 minutes setting it up. So because this box was actually opened when it came to me, I actually spent some time setting it up beforehand so I could show you guys the stuff I want to show you without having to waste too much time. Talking of time, what time is it? Because it's nearly time for the winner announcement. 7 minutes. How many people we got here on the live now? However many people are here at the live, that's probably your odds of winning. So there's a good chance. What's going on, Matt? Purposely Gaming. If you guys like watching game streaming on Call of Duty and stuff like that, check out Purposely Gaming. Yeah, it's a very comfortable phone, I have to say. It's a very comfortable phone. Vivo X80 Pro. Yeah, it's a fantastic phone. The gimbal system is insane. But the gimbal system on this is probably better. It might be the same actually, but the sensors have changed. Okay, let's move on to the next bit, yeah? Let's talk about cameras then. I'm going to show you guys some of the camera specs here. And there's a lot to talk about. When it comes to the cameras on this thing, I mean, this is one of the main focus points for Vivo, it seems like anyway, because they've gone into a lot of depth with settings, features, and AI particularly. This phone, because I've been using the Xperia Pro I while I've been on holiday, and I'm going to release a video about that. And I actually shot the Sony 1000 XM5 video entirely with that phone, but you have to do everything manually. Literally, if you don't do it manually, it's not actually that good. Well, it is good, but you have to use it manually. This is the opposite of this. This phone can make you look like a pro, even if you know very little about cameras and how to set them up and the frame rates and the ISOs and the white balances. This does everything for you. It is truly insane what this phone could do. I'm going to show you. But first, let me show you the specs. Fantastic. I closed the page that had all the camera specs on it. Aha, here we go. All right. So this is the sort of spec sheet for the phone. So when it comes to the cameras on board, the primary sensor, the main one, which has the glass optics on it, is a 50 megapixel ultra sensing GNV sensor with optical image stabilization with the aperture f1.57. That sensor is a Samsung sensor. It's a modified Samsung sensor. It's an ISO cell, very high quality sensor in there. And that's what they're using as their primary. The other three, so we've got a 48 megapixel ultra wide or wide angled f2.2. That's a Sony sensor. So anything that has IMX is a Sony sensor. I'm sure you guys probably knew that. They have a 12 megapixel portrait lens. Again, Sony sensor. And then we have the periscope. So that's your zoom lens. The zoom lens can go up to 60x zoom, which is pretty crazy. But then we have these other things. We have these stabilizers. So this was something that was emphasized a lot with the X60. And that's the Gimbal System. So we've got optical image stabilization and electric image stabilization on these cameras. And I want to show you something real quick here. I'm going to switch to the little camera here. Check this out. This is truly insane. So we're going to go into this a bit more, but the stabilization side of things. So where is it? I have to find it now. Let's go to video. So in video here, you can see John Wick and the stuff behind it. But check this out. So stabilization is on, so it's pretty steady as it is. But check this out. See that horizontal line setting? Because of the way the gimbal moves inside the phone, I can tilt this phone all the way up 90 degrees, but the video stays with the horizon. Check that out. It doesn't matter which way I go. If I was to record this now, like this, all the way over like this, all the way over like this, the stabilization system in this, actually you're going to hear me talking now. Check this out. This is the video I just shot, just now. Well, I moved it all the way left, all the way right. That's horizontal horizon stabilization. That is insane. So if you're filming something with this phone, that stabilization is going to keep it perfectly on the horizon, and that is crazy. I've not seen that on any other phone. It's a fantastic feature. The selfie camera is a 32 megapixel. It doesn't say if it's a Sony, but I'm assuming it probably is. But right, let me show you some photos and stuff. Let's do this. Okay. So, actually, let me show you some camera settings first. Maybe this camera is better. Okay. So within the photo app, you have a bunch of stuff. So I've got the Zeiss mode on right now. The great thing about the Zeiss mode is they really calibrate this for accuracy. So whereas a lot of phones will use, you know, extra contrast or extra vibrance, extra saturation, all this kind of stuff, Zeiss have actually co-engineered and had involvement in the color calibration of this particular mode. So you can turn that on and off whenever you want. Also, what you can do is you can actually use AI to sort of mimic different styles of Zeiss lenses like the Biotar, and there's various other really cool named lenses which I wish I could afford, but they're really cool. They add sort of different styles of bokeh and all this kind of stuff in the back. In terms of the cameras here. That's the ultra wide. That's your regular primary. You've got your tele, and then you've got your periscope. And the periscope, like I said before, goes up to 60, which I can't really do in this small space right now. We do have the dedicated portrait lens as well. Whoop. That, of course, is going to work better if you have an actual person to take a picture of. It's not going to work fantastic here, especially because the John Wick is so close to the thing behind it. But you have the portrait mode there, which is cool. The night mode is something else. So there's a bunch of stuff, and I have to test this out at night. Literally, this arrived when I was on holiday, so I didn't get to test it out. I wish I had this when I was on holiday, because I could have taken some really awesome pictures.
Troy, here is your reminder. Announce the winner. Troy, here is your reminder. Announce the winner.
All right, Alexa, that's enough. Thank you. Okay, so it's time to announce the winner. Make sure you know what your numbers are. Let me bring up the number generator. This is actually going to be difficult to do, but I'm going to try. Okay. Just so you know, this is authentic. Oh, look, see, I searched it earlier. So there was 151 entries into the competition. I'm going to have to go back to the video and look who got what number, which is going to be the hard part. But make sure you know what number you are. Just let me know in the comments. Make sure you know you didn't get a number. Raymond. Did anyone else not get a number who entered? Oh, okay, I see. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to add... Well, I haven't generated the number yet, Salim. That's just the page it brings up at the beginning. It always has 1 to 10 and it adds, and it puts 5. Sorry, man. So I'm going to add Ray. You're 152. Yeah, I use Alexa more and more these days. I was quite against sort of that kind of stuff before, but it's so handy. John Warren, I saw your comment. So you'll be 153. Yeah, 153. So you'll be 153, John. I did see your comment. I thought I'd give you a number. Mo. 154, Mo. Oh, let me write this here. John Warren. 153. Who is it? Mo. If you entered the competition, Salim, you would have been given a number in the comment section. Mo. 154. Mo, are you sure you entered? Because I don't remember your name. Pauline Island. Oh, man. A lot of you guys didn't get a number. Priyam, I swear I gave you a number. I saw you, I remember. All right, let's do this properly. Okay. I'm quite conscious of the fact that some of you guys might not have entered the competition. And just saying, no, I didn't get a number. John Warren 153, yeah. Okay. Paul in Ireland. So let me have a look at this. Is there a way to search the comment section? So these are all the people that I gave numbers to. And there's a lot of them. This is the first time that I've tried this method for the giveaway. Actually, oh, look at this. You're seeing into the infinite here. Or you were. All right, hold on. So this is getting confusing now. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give away 5 more numbers and that's it. Let me write them down with a piece of paper before I forget. because anybody could be joining right now just saying, yeah, I didn't get a number, and then getting a number at the last minute, and then if you win, all right, let's do this properly. So what did I say you were, John Warren? 152 or 153? 153. Rayhan, 151, I believe. Mo, 154. Mo, 154. Priam, yeah. All right, Priam, I definitely saw your chat. I'm surprised I didn't give you a number. Maybe I should make Matt, maybe you should be a moderator for the chat. Purposefully Gaming's explained what the rules were. Oh, you did get one. Nice one. I thought so. So I did it like an hour before the live stream. DJ Raj. All right, DJ Raj, you can have 152. 152. One left, and that's it. We got to call it. We got to close it there, because otherwise it's just going to go on forever. Who entered and didn't get a number? That's what I want to know. Salim. Do you know, this is what I'm going to say, right? If I go back and see that you didn't comment, I'm going to have to draw another winner. So there's no point asking for numbers if you didn't comment. Okay, cool. All right, ready to do it now. Been sort of taking too long with this anyway. Let's go. So there is now 155 entrants into the competition. There can only be one winner. Who will it be? It will be number 129. Who is 129? If you're here in the comments, you got 3 minutes. Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
I can actually find out who 129 is, probably. Probably somewhere around here. Oh, no. Even more. What the hell? Oh, okay. So the higher number is at the top. Oh, actually, it's not going to be at the top. It's going to be wherever... What just happened there? It's going to be... Because if you've replied, then it's going to put your... Oh, bloody hell, this is going to be more difficult than I thought. All right, has anyone replied in the comments yet? 129, are you here in the comments? This is a disaster. You know what the problem is? Because as you guys have commented, your comments are going to the top, and now all of the numbers are not in order anymore. So to find 129 is going to be difficult. If there was a search tool to find it. Bloody hell. Well, listen, if you're 129, you need to come forward in the chat now. If you don't, once the alarm goes off, I'm picking a different winner. I'm trying to find you, but... as you can see, I have not attempted to do a competition like this before. Next time it will be a bit more well organized somehow. If you guys got any ideas on how to do this better, I would appreciate it. Getting closer. Where is he? Oh, I give up on looking. 129 is the winner. Alexa, stop the alarm. All right, I'm gonna try and find if anybody in the comments come forward. So 129 entered and is not here on the live stream. And unfortunately, they have lost the phone. All right then. Well, I guess we're going to have to go to a second winner. Same generator, but new number. You guys ready? Here we go. 25. 25, you got to be here. Who's 25? Alexa, set a timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
Who's 25? Anybody? Don't make me go through the comments again. Can I pin this? Yeah, pop out chat. Here we go. Sweet. It's really confusing me. I'm seeing myself delayed on the screen. Anybody 25? You literally got a couple of minutes. Yeah. I don't want to give people too much time though to come forward. All right, here's what we do then. If this winner don't come forward. See, this is the reason I've done it this way, Mo, is so that only people who are actually genuinely fans of the channel and watch the content on the channel win the prize. This is a kind of filtering out process, because what happens is people will see, oh, giveaway, they'll enter, and then you'll never see them again. They actually don't care about the reviews and all the other stuff that I'm doing. So I prefer to give the phone to someone like you who actually bothered to show up. All right, let's carry on with the video stuff. Show you some more stuff with the phone. Good idea, Matt. Appreciate it. Right. So, yeah, so some of the stuff I wanted to show you guys, we'll carry on in a little bit. When the 3 minute runs out, we'll take a little break and I'll do another couple of announcements and just hope one of you guys wins it. Okay, cool. In terms of the camera stuff we're dealing with here on this phone, let's go back to the phone. There's some other really cool stuff you need to know about, particularly when it comes to night mode and taking group pictures. So literally the AI on this phone, let's say there's 30 people in the picture you're taking, it'll actually lock onto all of their faces and make sure all of their faces are in focus. Whereas most phones typically will lock onto 1 or 2 faces, this phone can actually figure out all of them, up to 30 people using AI. That is truly special. I haven't tried to do it yet. Maybe I'll try to take a picture of a crowd of people next time. There is a crowd of people. It's like waiting for the entrance into the Royal Rumble. That's what it's like, yeah. Wilhelm, if you go back to the competition entry comments, Alexa, stop the timer. If you entered, I would have replied to you with a number. Okay, cool. What's the Huawei watch I'm wearing? It's the GT2e. The GT3 Pro is out now. They didn't send it over yet for review. Hopefully I get to check that out. I'm a big fan of the battery life on it. Wilhelm, go back to the video giveaway, and if you entered, you'll have a number. Cool. Yeah, some of the night stuff on here, I might be able to show you if I lower the lights in here. Let's try. There's too much daylight coming in, I think. The daylight, well, actually, let's try. Here we go, it's a bit darker. So the night camera stuff on here is something special. So there's actually a V1 Plus chip, which is a separate chip that handles, helps with the camera processing. It takes some of the work away from the CPU and the GPU, the Snapdragon inside, and actually handles some of that itself. And in doing that, it actually makes the phone more power efficient. That V1 Plus chip, in fact, is 300% more efficient, energy efficient, than using your system on chip to handle all the image processing and stuff. Also, apparently that helps with gaming as well, because it does some kind of frame interpolation, something like that with MEMC. So it's got a dedicated chip separate from the usual CPU to help with that kind of stuff, which is cool. The other thing that it does, which is really important, is when you're shooting video, you know, if you're shooting 4K video and you're filming for a while, the phone actually begins to overheat. That chip, because it's more efficient, more power efficient, it actually reduces the sort of heating of the device. So that stops it from overheating when you're filming video. And when it comes to video, it does shoot in 8K as well. So 8K UHD. Unfortunately, when you go to that sort of level though, you do lose all the image stabilization stuff. The image stabilization, I believe, works, some of it works at 4K, but most of the good stuff, like the horizontal line stuff, will work at 1080-30. There is an ultra stabilization, I believe, works at 1080-60. So that's like for sports and stuff, if you're running around trying to film, the stabilization is just insane. But the one that really, I've already showed you this, but it just blows my mind, this horizontal stabilization thing. Literally, I can go 90 degrees and it still thinks the phone is in that sort of landscape orientation. It's just insane. And that is that lens literally inside. It's like a floating lens in there on a gimbal system. Actually, when I was at Zeiss HQ, I saw like a tray of these, all of the different modules which had been sent to Zeiss from Vivo to test. So it's a very advanced thing. And do you know what I was thinking? Because I've been testing the Sony Xperia Pro I, and it's got that 1-inch sensor, and it's the only phone I think that has that 1-inch sensor. If that phone had a stabilization system like this, the stabilization could move a lot more around, and not because the lens on the Xperia Pro I is smaller than the sensor. There's room around, so the movement around that 1-inch sensor could mean even better stabilization. So I can only imagine what Vivo could do with that Type 1.0 sensor that Sony have. And I kind of feel that Sony, when they released that phone, is kind of like an advert for the manufacturers to buy that sensor and use it in their devices. And if anyone could implement that the best, I'd have to say it's probably going to be Vivo. Anyway, going back to what I was saying about the night stuff. So there is an extreme night sports mode, which is crazy. So let's have a look at this. There's so many features. Look, sports mode, super moon mode, slow-mo. Let's see what kind of slow-mo we get here. Super moon mode. All right. There's the live photo. So that's similar to what you see on the Apple phones. Can you guys see this? The AR stickers, so astrophotography. You probably need a tripod to set that up. Double exposure. So that's really cool. So you could take an exposure for the, let's say, the sky in the background, and then an exposure for the foreground. and then stitch the two together, which could really bring out a nice photo, particularly if there's like a sunset or something like that. Can you switch camera to the phone screen? Can you not see the phone screen? I can go top down here if you prefer. Let's try that. Let's get the lights back on as well so you can see a bit better. What's going on with my lights now? Alright. Alright, is that better? You can only see my face. Is that right? I should be picture in picture right now. What? This should be my face, and this should be the phone screen. I don't know, this is new tech I'm dealing with here. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying about all the different settings. So check this out. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. Panoramic, live photo, slow-mo, time-lapse, AR, stickers, super moon, which I'm assuming takes the AI image of the moon and sort of overlays it. That's what a lot of the phone companies do. And I don't mind that. I mean, if it's the same pattern that I'm seeing with my eyes and it's enhancing that pattern using AI, I'm all good with that. Ultra HD document scanning, so that's really handy as well, being able to convert documents into digital using the phone. Astrophotography, I'm assuming you need a tripod to do that, probably. Set that up on a tripod, long exposure. Pro sports mode, there is a night pro sports mode. There's the long exposure mode. So if you're taking a picture of a river or a stream or something like that, and you do a long exposure, you get that kind of silky effect. Double exposure for foreground and background. Dual view, I'm not sure what that is. What is that? All right, yeah, that's like a picture-in-picture like thing. That's pretty cool. And there's more stuff as well. So that's just the stuff that's preloaded, what's here on this part. But you can actually go into here and add more stuff. So like a pro mode, portrait mode, high resolution if you want to use the full 50 megapixel sensor, you can actually do that. So you have to drag that down here. They don't put it there as standard. I'm assuming that's for a reason, because what normally happens with these kind of phones is they do pixel binning, which kind of combines all of the pixels down to one. So you end up with like a 12 megapixel photo, even though it's a 50 megapixel sensor. Yeah, so that's the camera stuff. I am going to do some camera comparisons, and it'd be interesting to hear what you'd like to see it compared to. Let me know in the comments, because it could be the Samsung, could be an S22, maybe an iPhone, or maybe you'd like to see the Sony Pro I, or maybe the Oppo. Let me know in the comments. I think we'll do another winner now. Yeah, the night video recording apparently is insane on this as well. I have to test it out. I've not tested it out. It literally came back yesterday, very early hours of the morning, and this was here along with the other stack of stuff that I need to do now. So I've not had all that much time to play around with it, to be honest. The battle of the Zeiss lenses, yeah. Well, between Sony and the Vivo. Do you know what the problem is? With the Sony, I have to do so much work to try and shoot in RAW and then enhance it and all this stuff. And the camera comparisons take a long time on their own. I mean, if that was something that people really wanted to see. The problem is now as well is the new one's out and they haven't sent it to me yet, the Mark IV. Maybe that would be a better comparison because they're rocking the same CPU system on chip. So that would be more fair, because basically the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, the ISP, the image signal processing in that is so much better than the previous generation, that even if like Sony have that amazing hardware in the Pro I, is still a generation behind the Mark IV and this. So it's a disadvantage in some ways. Although the hardware is fantastic, a lot of the software side of things, it will be at a disadvantage to a phone like this. And this phone, the AI side of things is so good. Yeah, it'd be a difficult one to make unless I shot RAW on both, which is actually something I'm working on with the Pro I. So I'm actually comparing the RAW camera capabilities of that to the RAW camera capabilities on the Samsung. Am I talking too much now? Do you want another winner? Yeah, Vivo's night photography. I've seen other videos where they've tested it. I haven't done it myself yet, but it does look crazy. All right, let's do another winner. Let's do another winner here, since we haven't got one yet. All right, just to remind people how this has worked. So if you were at the last live stream and you entered between that live stream and now, before I started this one, with your favorite feature on the Realme 9, you can win the Realme C35. But if you didn't enter, you wouldn't have got a number. If you did enter, you've got a number somewhere between 1 and 155. And now I'm going to generate a random number, and that person will be the winner if you're here on the live stream. If you're not here on the live stream and you don't come forward within 3 minutes, I'm going to pick another one. So let's go. 143. You've got to be here, 143. Let's go back to the chat. 143. Who is 143? Picasso? If it's you, it's well deserved. 143. Oh, Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
I think we're going to shorten the time between. Oh, something I wanted to talk about is this camera module. You know how they explain this camera module? I wrote a note about this. This camera module here, this big square piece on the back, they call it, what do they call it? It reminded me of like a Kung Fu movie, the explanation of it. They call it, what is it? Yeah, the winner has not come forward again. Definitely wrote a note about it, now I can't find it. There was a funny explanation for what they called this. Alright. Yeah, 143, your time is nearly up. How many? Yeah. I think we're going to go a bit quicker now. I'm going to reduce the time limit down to 1.5 minutes. You know what the thing is, right? I reply to everybody an hour before the live stream. So if they've got YouTube on their phone, they should have got a notification saying you've got a comment or a reply or something. So everybody's been notified. There we go, time is up. Alexa, stop timer. Let's do another one. Alexa, stop the timer. All right, 112. Are you here? Tell me you're here, please. 112. Alexa, set a timer for 1.5 minutes.
minute and 30 seconds, starting now.
God damn it. I need the search tool for the comment section. Are you 112? Yeah. I'm sorry, this isn't well thought out, is it? Well, it is, because at least one of you guys are going to win it. This NetPoc, are you sure, mate? Let me see if I can find you.
Troy, here is your reminder. Start wrapping up the live stream.
You can see this is not going to plan.
Here's your reminder.
All right,
Start wrapping
Alexa,
up the live.
enough. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God damn.
Troy, here is your reminder. Start wrapping up the live stream.
Alexa, it's enough. Thank you. Right. Darth Vader 112. Yeah, I noticed there was a bunch of is that actually him then, Darth Vader? Is he actually 112? Let's have a look. Alexa, stop timer. Darth Vader. Okay, let's have a look. Darth Vader. I think I've got to find a better way to do this. Because the live stream should be wrapping up now. If you guys spot the winner, let me know. Super Saf 2.0 entered, did he? I had a lot of superheroes entering the competition, like Superman, Batman, The Flash, Tony Stark here. I hope it wasn't just one person just coming up with superhero names. He is 112, is he really? NetPoc, I really hope you're not in Russia. And you're Greek, no way. All right, NetPoc, let me see if I can verify that. I've just come back from Greece. What a coincidence. Thanks, Matt, I appreciate that. I was going to have to go all the way through the... Well, NetPoc, you're the winner. The good news, guys, is there is another giveaway. What are the chances is a Greek guy and I've just come back from Greece? Don't tell me, whereabouts in Greece are you from, actually? Yeah, I see you. I see you. I don't know how to say your name, but I see you. Well done, NetPoc. There is another giveaway. I'll come back to that. I'll just run through the last few things on this phone because Alexa reminded me I should be wrapping it up about now. I do appreciate all you guys for entering the competition. Don't worry, there'll be more like this. What I want to do though is try and build the channel membership. It's only like $1 a month, but that helps me pay for the shipping fees. Although I get sent these things and stuff like that, I'll actually lose money on shipping them. So even if 10 of you sign up to the membership, in 3 months from now, I probably still wouldn't have recovered the money of shipping this to Greece. Probably. NetPoc, congratulations. Do me a favor. Send me your email address so I can contact you via email. So you don't have to share your full information to the entire chat. Yeah, so there is another giveaway. There will be more in the future. Hopefully I can give away more cool stuff for you guys. The Xiaomi is sending me something in the future, and I think they're going to give me a bunch of codes to give away for you guys, which is going to give you a really good discount as well. Yeah, I think, Matt, if you want to do it, the job's yours, mate. Sorry, man. I keep switching back and forth between the stuff. All right, we'll sort that out. You're not rejected. You won, mate. Congratulations. NetPoc. All right, last few things about this phone before we wrap this up. So some of the stuff you need to know. The screen, I wanted to show you guys some of the gaming stuff because the screen on this phone is something special as well. And there's something else that's really special about this phone. It's the fingerprint sensor. So the screen we've got here is a really, really good screen. It's a 2K Super AMOLED. It's an E5 display, 120 Hertz with LTPO 3.0. So that basically means this display here can go from 1 Hertz refresh rate on a static screen like this to 120 Hertz fast rapid screen rate. So if you're sort of moving around like this, you can lock it at 60, you can lock it at 120, but for battery's sake, probably better. Who's that? Oh, nice. Thank you, Cloud Art. The first channel member. You are the first channel member ever. True legend. Thank you very much, Cloud to iArt. You've now got the custom, the first ever custom green headband. I made that so long ago. I wanted to start the membership a long time ago. I didn't even remember that I made those little icons. So you've got the first ever green headband. Well done. I might have to send you out a gift, actually. We'll stay in contact. Good night, Srijif. Yeah. The Greek person won, he did, yeah. Drop me an email. Well, actually, send me your email. Look, Cloud Art's got the green name now because he's the first ever channel member with the green headband. That's so cool. Okay. Thank you, Cloud to iArt. Much appreciated. Some of the stuff you need to know about this, I'll bring up a little video so you can see it in action. So in terms of brightness, we've got 120 Hertz. Sorry, what am I talking about? 120 Hertz. 120 Hertz refresh rate, but we've got 1,500 nits of brightness. So it's a very, very bright display, incredibly bright. So on the brightest days, you're still going to be able to see it when you're composing your photos and all that kind of stuff. 10-bit, so that's 1 billion colors on the screen. The pixel density is 517 pixels per inch. Unfortunately not a Headhunter, but don't worry, I've got another giveaway. I'm going to get to it very quickly once I get through this. Screen to body ratio. As we got the punch hole for the camera, it's not compromising on the screen to body. So actually it's 89.9% screen to body. I'm looking forward to this film. They actually filmed this film in actual fighter jets and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, sidetracked. 300 Hertz touch sampling. DisplayMate gave this display an A+ certificate. So that goes to show you how good this screen is. It's a very similar screen to what we see on the Galaxy phones. But of course, we got the curved display, not the flat display. Well, actually, the Galaxy is slightly curved as well, to be honest. There's a bunch of cool stuff happening behind the scenes here with the colors as well. You can actually go into the settings, customize all of that kind of stuff if you want. When it comes to what's inside the phone, I already mentioned it's a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. We've got that 4,700 milliamp hour battery. We've got the fast charging with the wire and the cable. The RAM is 12 gigabytes LPDDR5, UFS 3.1 storage, which is the fastest right now, I believe. It isn't 21 by 9. I think it's 20 or something like that. It's not like the Xperia phones. I was going to say the iPhone. Now I'm getting sore throat from talking too much. Oh, second member, Luca. Congratulations, man. Something else very special about this. Thank you so much, Luca. I really appreciate it. You are the world's first second member. Oh, and Picasso, legend. Oh, thank you, Picasso. Getting all jumbled up now. This is the jet lag kicking in. All right, cool. Some other stuff you need to know. VRAM can be extended 4 gigs, 12 gigs on board, but you can extend it 4 gigs. The big deal here, and this is a big deal for me anyway, I think this is something that is way better than pretty much any other phone right now, is the fingerprint sensor on this. It is the Ultra 3D Sonic Max from Qualcomm. It's around 11 times bigger than the previous one, 11 times bigger than the one that's used on the Samsung, for example. Let me show you how quick this thing picks up as well. So check this out. This is the fingerprint enrollment. So this is how you register the fingerprint. I haven't done my middle finger, so I'm going to do that. Actually, yeah, let's do middle finger. So check this out. Once, that is it. The whole finger is scanned in one move. That is now done. Check this out. That's how quick it is. It's incredibly, incredibly quick. It's the best fingerprint sensor I've seen since the iQOO 9 Pro, which is another phone from Vivo. So iQOO is kind of like a sub-brand of Vivo. Right, I think I'm going to wrap this up now. There is more to talk about, like reverse wireless charging. Oh no, the A camera's run out of... The main camera has run out of battery. Uh-oh. All right, primary camera has died. So that is a sign that this needs to be wrapped up. You can do two-finger biometric authentication on this as well. With that said, there's a bunch of cool stuff about this phone. Going to try and do camera comparison. Let me know. What's purposefully gaming? What's okay, cool. All right, camera's dead. Let's just wrap this up. The new giveaway, the next giveaway, is something that I've had on my shelf for a while. I want this to be for members only. So at the moment, the odds of winning is really, really good. Even if you're only a member for like a couple of months, that's cool. At least we get the ball rolling with that. But the giveaway is this. It is the... the TicWatch Pro 3 Cellular LTE. It runs on Android Wear OS. It is a very advanced smartwatch. It's actually pretty damn expensive. Right now, as Picasso said, it's 1 in 3 chance of winning. So the odds are very good. I'm going to try and remind people during the week. Like I said, if I get 10 people to sign up to the membership, in 3 months it'll probably pay for the delivery of these things. And Matt, what were you talking about? Time to end the stream. Am I starting to stumble too much? Or is it because the camera died? 1 in 4 chances now. This should be easier to pick a winner because you guys, if you're part of the membership, I'll probably only announce this within that membership window on the within YouTube, so only you guys will see it. Yeah, I know. It seems a shame though, because only like a percentage of the viewers are from the UK. If I do UK only giveaway, it isolates like, I don't know, 80% of the audience. Check it out. I've got the floating camera though, the ZV-1. I actually hardwired these in this time, the top camera and the ZV-1, but I didn't hardwire in the main camera. All right, cool. Let's wrap this up now. I've been talking too much. I'm losing my voice. This is the giveaway. It is a brilliant watch. It's a very, very good watch. It's an expensive watch. It is a Wear OS watch, so if you're rocking Android, anything, this will work with it perfectly. It even works with iPhones as well. It's not as seamless with the iPhone because Apple just want to sell you their own watch. And there's nothing wrong with that watch. It's a brilliant watch as well. This is a giveaway. To enter, you need to be a channel member. That is it, nothing else. I'm just going to pick one channel member and they're going to win. And I'll probably direct message you somehow in order to enter. I will do some other giveaways that are not members only. But that'll be maybe for the next one. Also, I'm working on that thing with Xiaomi, so hopefully they hook me up with something to give away, maybe something like that. Okay, I think that's it. I'm tired, I'm hungry. Yeah, thanks Picasso. Thanks everybody who joined up to membership. You're all legends. I'm going to try and work on some super stickers and all that other stuff that they that YouTube were telling me to use. Cool, that's it. That's been the Zeiss Vivo X80 Pro unboxing. Oh, and I just want to say, I am actually going to be using this phone as my actual phone. The SIM card is going in this phone, so I'm going to be going all in with this as my main device. The good thing about this phone is hopefully I get to use it for a long time. Sometimes you get rushed with the devices and you have to give them back. You get all comfortable using a device and then they ask for it back. But hopefully Vivo are going to let me use this for a while. Appreciate you all for being here, and yeah, see you in the next one. Don't be late.